Good evening, Swirly Nation, and welcome to the home ice, the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in beautiful Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, just north of the Steel City, the city of champions, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for today's matchup of AAA hockey between the Buffalo Junior Sabres and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the friendly confines of the Lemieux Sports Complex. We are joined by color commentator Colby Armstrong for this epic clash. Colby, welcome to the broadcast.
It's great to be here tonight, a night game. I guess an equivalent of Friday Night Lights football here in great USA. But I will say, friendly confines, you did mention that. Last time we played these guys in the friendly confines, I believe the Buffalo Junior Sabres came up with a big victory. So we'll see. This is a great chance for some revenge. And in any sports, if you have a chance for revenge, that's the best kind of game that we will see.
And it's best served cold, and thankfully this game's played on ice. So we're back here at the Lemieux Center. We've got a top 10 clash. And apparently DJ Ofty is helping.
DJ Ofty's down there. He's like Dr.
Nancy.
Dre at the Super Bowl. He thinks he's got to get his hands in on everything here. He's in the lab with the pen and the pad.
Yeah, but he doesn't lip sync. I didn't see the halftime show, Cole, but I heard it was amazing and great. And I was disappointed I missed it. And then I heard not one person actually spoke a word.
Oh, really?
It was all lip sync.
I'll tell you what, Snoop looked glorious in a beautiful tracksuit, and it was really nice. He's
like me. I look glorious in a tracksuit. Me, Snoop.
Yeah. He did the Crip walk. He brought everything. I enjoyed it. I wish it could have played some different songs, or maybe a couple more each, but nonetheless, here we are. We survived it. Football season is over. It's hockey here from here on out. MLB striking. They met for 15 minutes the other day. And, of course, our youth sport machine of youth hockey, this monster rolls on and on and on, and it never ends, and it's every day, and it's every weekend, and we bring it to you here at Cine Swirl.
We are excited to get this one going as both teams gather around their respective nets and the gentleman protecting them.
The Buffalo Junior Sabres opting for a stick in the air salute. I like that.
Is it salute?
Salutation.
If it was in French, like fragile?
Fragile. It's Italian.
It's Italian.
You know what? I might put in the comment box if there is one. Is there one around here? I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's right here on the live chat.
The live chat. I would say this. I would opt for the flyby, the bench being evaporated from sports and hockey. And I would opt for our team doing get in a circle and 1, 2, 3 headbutt, like a little mini headbutt, head touch, then line it up old school Detroit Red Wings, Steve Yzerman style.
We may have to play. We may have to throw up on Cine TV the entrance when these kids were mite hockey players in Detroit playing TLC, and the Zamboni took about 7 hours to get off the ice, and these kids were lined up in the hallway, and I was just running up and down the hallway, me and Coach Shub, running up and down the hallway trying to keep them pumped up for the better part of daylight savings time.
That is a challenge, as any parent knows, with kids in sports. Getting them pumped up is...
It'll be Sabres and Penguins from the Lemieux Center. Your starting lineups brought to you by the training table. Right beyond those windows to your left there, the best restaurant in any rink on the planet. The training table at the Lemieux Center. Up front for the Penguins, at wing, we have number 9, Williams Prohl, number 20, Cruz Armstrong. The center, number 78, Austin Wu. And your defense, 34, Rylan Ofterhide. Number 90, Tino Villela. The starting five for your Penguins as Wu went right down Main Street with a wristy.
And we saw him do that in York, PA, the beautiful York, PA, last weekend. And in the last game, the rubber match, he buried it.
One thing I remember from this Sabres team, stellar goaltending in every game we've played against them.
They got some big kids too, right? Like they got a pretty big team.
We'll see if that continues as the Penguins switch up lines. It'll be the Filiaggi line with Starr and Julius, joined by Reel and Evans. The Sabres in their own end, they'll work it up the left wing side, dumping it in. The big man Buckholz in after it. Starr takes a stick off the shoulder there. Rims it around for Evans. Evans will try to chip it up past the boards. Doesn't get it there, but he'll get to it a second time, and a nice play there to get it out to center ice, where the puck's pressured by Reel, swiped into the Sabre end. Right wing side. Leaving it, picking it up himself, twisting, turning, shooting one that trickles in off of a stick. It's cleared by the Sabres. Evans there to pressure, keeping the puck in the Sabre zone as Filiaggi continues on the forecheck. The Penguins looking to get quick line changes here. Another change coming for the Pens as they get all three forwards off. On the forecheck, Carter Schub keeping it in at the point is Ofterhide. Again, Penguins without Brennan Kaminsky. He was out of the last game, and we do have an update, a broken arm for Kaminsky. He'll end his 2021-2022 season. As a centering pass comes through off the skate of Carter, gloved and covered.
If that could have got through to Shuby back door, it hit some skates on the way through. It might have had some life for a shot to get on his stick. And you know when he's in tight, that Shuby flip comes in handy because he can put it bar down pretty quick.
It'll be Schub, Paris, and Carter.
You know what? These jerseys in this matchup look pretty darn good. This Junior Sabres, old school look with this Penguins look going head-to-head is awesome.
Well, give us the jerseys. Give us the uniform breakdown. Break it down for us.
I'll give it down for you. Classic Buffalo blue with the gold. And then the old Sabres logo that you would have seen any great Sabre wearing. Unfortunately, they wear them now, but you know what we say about that team. And then the Penguins in their traditional white uniform with the gin and juice jersey, if you will, in the white with the Pittsburgh right across, laterally down from the right shoulder to the left hip. And those gold helmets, of course, Jeremy. You call them iconic.
The iconic gold Pens lead helmet. So
good looking. It's a good looking matchup right here.
If you're tuning in right now and you don't think this is the NHL, I don't know. I don't know what you're watching.
I gotta say, is our viewership down? I think that a lot of these Buffalo Sabre kids watch our broadcasts when we're doing games, so it might be down a few numbers here today as the kids are on the ice, obviously.
Maybe they have it set up to just tune in, though, when their phone gets the alert. We're just streaming in the Sabre locker room right now. As Sproul trying to spin one in on net, it'll be picked up by Armstrong, dumped to the corner for Sproul. Sproul unable to control there. It'll be a battle. Kicked out into the middle by Buffalo. A bouncing puck gets over Wilford's stick. And a pass will elude him on the breakout. Picked up by Julius, banked off the board. Lonsniak follows on, and the Sabres in business now. The Penguins have controlled the early part of this play, but the Sabres with some chances now in front of the Penguins net as a puck deflects wide. That's off the stick of Lonsniak. Banked off the ball, or off the boards, past the stick of Sproul. Cleared back to the wall for Villela. Bouncing puck will get all the way out of the Penguin zone at center ice. To be gathered in by the Sabres. Murphy dumped all the way back in, and we will get an offside call. The faceoff will come all the way to the center ice dot for a bit of a reset here. We'll see Filiaggi, Reel, Evans, Starr, and the fine wine, the Rubberman Merlot.
The old Rubber Man.
Face-off controlled by...
How many shots do you think the Rubber Man has this year? Unbelievable.
We'll check with the statistician.
Let's send it up to our stats guy.
I think whatever number you're thinking, you have to multiply it by pi.
Yeah.
So it'll be Filiaggi carrying it behind the Sabres net. Broken up there by the Sabres, brought off the left wing by Buckholz. He'll play it across. Carrying the puck now for the Sabres, I think that's Nightingale. Changed his number, but well, he might be 26. We have him down as 29. Starr with the puck in his own end, back under pressure by Buckholz. He's a big boy, and he loves to go against the other big boys. I respect that. in support. Filiaggi rims it around for Real. He'll tap it past the defenseman all the way to the Sabre zone where it's going to be tracked down by Buffalo's defense. 92 Druin. A shot in from the point by Stars, blocked and cleared up off the boards and out of the zone by Konopka. Real with the puck into the offensive zone. Evans has his stick slashed out of his hands. It'll be turned back over by Real to the Sabres, dumped in behind the net of Hanner. Hanner will set things up for Ofterheide. He's around one, looking for Carter on the wing. He gets it to him. Penguins can't get out of the zone. Real there, all the way across, and Filiaggi just yanked down at center, and the Pens are going to head to a power play here as Filiaggi will draw the first minor. We'll get a hookaroo. That also not legal in hockey.
Either a hook or he pulled his hair, one of the two. He did get held up there, and it looked like he just snapped back as he was off to the races. I don't know what happened there. His stick got caught in his skates, it looked like, maybe.
I would have called a trip.
Was it a trip? What was it called?
But it was called a hook.
Okay.
Apparently
it looked like a trip on the replay here. I just saw it. It looked like it got caught up in his feet, but
apparently we may get some communication in the future with the penalty box so that we can get the actual calls.
Wow.
That's the rumor. The rumor is City TV will be expanding.
Oh, thank you, Nick. Producer Nick, thank you.
Well, thanks to our supporters. Somebody went on citytv.com and found the page where they could buy the boys a round of beers and was generous enough to donate some money there, $200. Donated
no way.
To us, yeah. And so we're going to use that to buy some equipment. And that equipment may allow us some communication with the scorer's box.
Unbelievable. What full-blown communication down there.
And I'm hearing it might be smoke signals, that we'll be reading smoke signals wafting up.
Well, the firewood's expensive. We might need more than $200. But just in. Thank you, Nick. Producer Nick just got it handed down from the stats guy up here in the oven. And I guess the Rubberman Merlot, 8,000 block shots already this year. On the dot. The next shot will break a youth hockey record.
Amazing.
8,001, so stay tuned for that.
The Penguins sustaining a bit of a snafu there. A turnover in their own end resulted in a Buffalo Sabre coming right down Main Street. It was Wolford who had the puck kicked away by Hanner, and the Penguins are back out the center. I think I forgot to mention Hanner, the starting goaltender today. We may, or I can neither confirm nor deny the presence of Cinnamon Swirl TV at Burgatory prior to the game.
It was a happy hour. I mean, that's the greatness of this time of the day.
Isn't every hour a happy hour when you're dealing with youth hockey?
Oh.
No icing as it's dumped in. Sproul on the hunt. The puck eludes him, and will head to the corner where he'll track it down. Wu, now Armstrong, gloving it along the wall, pressured by Lonsniak. Armstrong remains in control, fires one low and just wide. It'll be Starr wedging at it with the stick, cleared by the Sabres, picked up by Julius, and Buffalo changes lines. Julius loses control a bit in his own end. He's under pressure immediately from LaDuca. He had a couple nice games. Now Druin, a shot from the point, caught in the breadbasket and held by the handman.
Great job by the handman to hang on to that one as these Sabres were swirling off a little turnover there. Julius was going left, he was going right. He couldn't find an option. And it did get almost out of the zone, kept in by the Buffalo Sabres defense. But, it's good by these goaltenders. We're seeing that a lot more, right, Jeremy? Like, it just, as they're getting a little better, a little older, that rebound control, smothering pucks, catching pucks clean.
Speaking of catching it clean, and he's got afterburners. There's the real deal. Jack Reel on the feed from Ofterheide in his own end. He weaves left, he weaves right, he cuts around the defender, he goes forehand to backhand, and he gives it a little tap. Taparoo! And the Penguins take a 1-love lead over the Sabres with 7:25 to play in the first period. What a feed by Ofterheide on that one.
And you can see, that real skating, right? The explosion gets by the defender, and awesome play. Fake going across all the way and just pulls it back short side. Nice touch.
Is it skating or is it an explosion? Because I'll tell you what, his first two steps, he's
gone.
Just gone. just faster than every other 11-year-old on the planet at that.
Well, they did testing in the gym the other day, as we know they do here at the Pens Elite program, and I would love to see his
I already broke the stopwatch.
I'd love to see his standing high jump. He's probably through the roof.
Lonsniak on the break-in for the Penguins, defended well by Ofterheide to the outside, gathered by Wolford behind the Pens, and then he tries to set up the Sabres. Vuklik in front, whose shot's blocked, and it's cleared by the Pens. A D-to-D play and an offside entrance that'll come back to center ice. The Penguins will change lines with 6:30 to play in the first period. We're going to see this blue and gold team quite a bit over the next few weeks, Colby. 2 games this weekend, including tomorrow morning at the newest rink in Pennsylvania, the Hunt Armory.
First rink in downtown Pittsburgh area in over 20 years, Jeremy. There's been a rink in downtown Pittsburgh in over 20 years.
Decades since they've had the last community accessible rink.
Unbelievable, yeah, indoor community accessible rink, and it is a lot of history in that rink. I know you're a history buff. We got the full walkthrough in York, PA of that town's history. I expect you to brush up tonight to give us the full walkthrough of the Hunt Armory.
I believe at one point in time it was an armory.
Well, it looks like you're ahead of the game.
Battle behind the Penguins net, brought out by the Sabres. Back to the point it comes. It'll be Hart, D to Murphy. A shot bouncing in on Henner, swiped at by the Sabres. Rebound cleared, but not cleared enough. Swiping at it was Villela. It'll end up on the stick of Zambito, who flips it, almost a Shuby flip over Henner as Villela swiped at that puck. It was a bouncing puck from the point, which can be difficult for a goaltender, that Henner handled, cleared it to the outside, and it kind of went off of Villela, and he swiped at it, couldn't get it cleared. It kept going under or over his stick, and it ended up on the blade of Zambito to be popped by the Penguin goaltender.
That's where you got to put it, right there. He got it. He picked up a loose puck there at the side of the net, and it went right upstairs, Jeremy. That's exactly where you got to put it in that situation. Nice goal.
So we'll see how the Penguins respond here, as they have got out to an early lead, but now the Sabres have struck back, and the Sabres have had the Penguins' number this year. So after 2 years of Penguin dominance, it's been the Sabres this season, and the Penguins are trying to right that ship. So it'll be upstairs, Colby. It'll be mental play. It'll be the mistakes, capitalizing on mistakes, making fewer than the other team. That'll be the difference in this one. So we'll have an offside play for the Sabres.
Sometimes it's just simplicity, right? You know, you get it inside the zone like Armstrong right now, just now, Cruz looks for a pass into traffic. It'd be nice, just throw it at the net. You got big Austin Woot, like a choo-choo train headed right down the pipe. You never know what lays around.
Villela will wedge it forward. He's got Filiaggi. Filiaggi's got Real, and Real finds the breadbasket. A shot to the midsection of the Sabre goaltender that's gobbled up and held. That is again
great feed.
The female goaltender, Olivia DeLisle. DeLisle. D-I-L-I-S-L-E. I'm terrible with names.
Delisle.
Delisle. We'll go with Delisle. Like
believe
Lyle O'Delisle.
There is a town in Saskatchewan called Delisle, Saskatchewan. It's like that. It's one word. It's not 2 words. And her name, Delisle, but I'm going with Delisle.
I like it. Delisle. As the Sabres pop it out to the center ice area, it's Lonsniak with a shot off the blocker. A fanned-on clearing attempt by Real this time. Pressure coming from Evans as they work the top of the zone. A shot comes in, deflected by Filiaggi. Real skating after it. Chaps it to the wall. Lonsniak will take control there. Ofterheide defense. Filiaggi gets it out to center. Abate under pressure from Real. Real's got Evans. They're in on an onside play. He feeds it across to Evans, who can't get a stick to it. Evans gets to the puck. Now Filiaggi behind the net as Evans is cross-checked. A shot on the backhand fought off by the goaltender. Delisle. Out to the point. It'll be Ofterheide controlling on an offside play.
Great feed earlier by Filiaggi to Real. Another almost break up the ice for this line. They're dangerous, right? Those loose puck pokes. I feel Filiaggi, Evans, Real, all can fly.
I feel like if that was sent back to Toronto, Evans was a step or two, maybe a foot or two offsides. Shuby in the zone, firing one high and over the net. Stick lift by Carter frees the puck up. It'll be picked up by the Sabres. Bringing it out of their end is Murphy. Up for Zambito, the goal scorer. Swiped off of his stick by Carter, back to Star. Star to Julius. Julius starts the breakout right-hand side. Activating are the Penguins' defense into the offensive zone as Julius carries it in. Gets it to the corner. He'll switch with Shub as it works its way to Paris on the wall. He tries to go deeper to Carter. Back to Shub between the wickets like a croquet ball. Out to center. Now it's Star's turn to turn it in. Offensive zone, possessing all the way around to the corner. Weaving it in front. There's Brody Carter with a one-timer that stopped. Rebound chipped high and kept out.
What a great play by Star. You thought he was going to wrap it around. I think everyone in the rink did. He laid it in front to Carter. Great play and a big collision along the wall here.
And Brody Carter's going to head off, colliding with Braun.
He was in on him. He was in on Braun, and then I think momentum when Carter tracking him down as they both kind of fell forward into the boards.
That's a good call. Back pressure forcing both players to go heavily into the boards, and it'll be on the Penguins.
It is a penalty. It is a penalty.
3:05 to play. Back to the point for Murphy. Attempted shot block by Armstrong. Gets through, but it's blocked by the defense. Cleared by Merlot to Wu, and Wu will come through center. He's a kid who can be dangerous shorthanded as he weaves around one, shoots one in. Armstrong there, and he taps the rebound. Is it gloved? Was it stopped? Holy
Delilah. Holy Delilah.
Nikes.
What a absolute weapon of a save that was. Great job by Armstrong. Great timing, attacking the net on that rush by Wu with good speed wide. Keeps it on side and just kind of hovers into that area. It kicks right to him. Exactly how you want to do it. The goaltender was just up to the test. Unbelievable save. See that on the highlight reel, the Cine Swirl highlight reel.
Yeah, it was nice to see the mid-Fairfield goaltender's dad tweeting out a Cine Swirl clip. We love it. So thank you for that. We appreciate all of you joining us here today. Make sure you're a subscriber. Subscribe below to Cinnamon Swirl TV, where you can catch all this great hockey action as David Merlot picks off the pass in the middle. He gets whacked once, twice, three times a lady by Vukulik as he's able to dump it all the way to the Sabre end. Armstrong in on the forecheck. Sproul, Villela, and Julius able to make line changes. Armstrong will get off for Filiaggi. Coming up, Lonsniak to center ice, pressured by Sproul. Forces it back the other way, it's Wolford.
Brody Carter in the bench going, hey, what do I do? Am I going on? Am I coming off?
As Wilford weaves through center, leaves it to Vukulik, back to the middle, off the stick of Julius to the wall. He banks it, looking for Sproul. Sproul unable to get control as he turned around. A rebound at the side of the net, covered and controlled. No, not controlled by Hanner. It kicks behind the cage, a centering pass all the way out to Druin. Penguins back to full strength as the puck is sniped just wide of the net. Picked up by Filiaggi, sent up for Sproul. He can't clear as the Sabres apply pressure post-power play here. Carter joined the play on the ice as it cuts to the middle. It's Wilford flipping it over the glove of Hanner, and just a weird play to flip it over the glove. Another flip shot by the Sabres gets by right after the Penguins couldn't clear the puck after the power play.
Yeah, they couldn't get control of the puck. They couldn't gather control. They couldn't clear it. And this hungry Buffalo team stayed on it, and they wanted to win stick battles a little bit more. They wanted to move their feet off of piles a little bit more. They're rewarded for it with a goal right there as the penalty expired. Carter on the ice, and they score a 5-on-5 goal.
It's Filiaggi wedging it up the wall, looking for Real. Filiaggi will stay on the ice as Merlot sends it cross ice. Evans will bring it in on an onside play, dumping it in to the corner. He's got to possess that, make a play. Just giving the puck back to the Sabres. Work to the corner. Brought back up by Buffalo. Out the center, a tap pass. Off the stick of Start, it's a one-on-one. And sweeping through is LaDuca, who's pressured from behind as it's swiped to the corner.
There's one guy that competes here for this Penguins team. It's the Constellation kid, Star, big 77 down there. You know he better do it, or Bobby will have him jarring vegetables in the garage.
Evans get the puck in his own end. He'll dump it out this time. Right to Filiaggi. Off the reel, and they're back on a 2-on. It'll be a 3-on-1. As Evans goes back to reel, it's a bouncing puck that eludes the stick. Good puck movement. Penguins need to keep that on the ice there. Evans tried to play saucy.
Little ragu, little chunky, little extra chunk. I like the play, though. I didn't even know Reel would see Evans coming in late. Good
Great vision.
Yeah, good vision by those guys to execute that play. Everyone in the right spot. Just a little too chunky of the sauce.
So the end of period one, the Sabres lead the Penguins 2-1. As we go to the first intermission here, Colby, I want to talk about something here, bud. We want to talk about your buddy, your former line mate, number 87, Sidney Crosby, getting his 500th goal earlier this week
it was
in
awesome.
poetic fashion against the Flyers. 50th goal against the Flyers. Yager's 50th birthday. 500 goals.
I've gained 50 pounds. Everything's coming up in the numerical department.
So I have an interesting stat here, Colby. Cinnamon Swirl TV announcing crew is responsible, as a group, is responsible for 13 assists on Sidney Crosby's 500
right.
goals. So 2.3% of Sidney Crosby's production has come from Cinnamon Swirl TV.
Yep.
So is there a Sidney Crosby without Cinnamon Swirl?
Well, and 9 of those are primary assists, I might add. Very important to note.
And all of those, of course, by you.
You know what it would be? He would be at least, because of the primary assists, 9 goals less than 500 right now. maybe, depending on other line mates. But, it was awesome. I was at the game, obviously working the game that night. Funny how things work out, all those numbers you just mentioned and the stage and being on home ice against a division rival and cross-state rival and the Flyers and the team that he lights up the most of any team in the league. And I wore my nice suit that night, like my A suit.
I saw. That was
looks like
beautiful.
a Italian restaurant tablecloth. It's unbelievably beautiful. Don Cherry would have been proud.
The grapes. Pulling out the grapes reference.
It was Don Cherry-like suit. Because I knew, when everything aligns for these big boys, and there's only a few of them in the world that
it looks like we have line changes for the Penguins.
Yeah, it does.
Filiaggi's going to play with Schub and Carter now.
Not sure what we got. Got issues on the bench here.
Hopefully nobody's injured. So it'll be Carter along the wall, working it deeper, spun out of trouble by the Sabres.
Looking to see if there's any. Look, everyone's up on the boards here, ready to roll.
Hart into the zone, but he'll be offsides. So we'll see the next line out is going to be Reel, Wu, and Evans. It looks like Paris is now going to center Sproul and Armstrong. So Wu's going to take the center spot between Reel. We've seen this before, where the Penguins have rotated their centers in the middle of games to different lines. So it'll be Wu winning it back to Star, snapping it off the reel. He'll gain the zone, looking. Sends it all the way across to Big Jake Star. He'll fire one backside.
Like that.
He was looking for the Riz of the Jizz of the Wu-Tang Clan. It just didn't connect. Who was not a part of the Super Bowl halftime show, apparently.
Great play by Reel to pull up and then to see Reel coming in the back door. I love that. Then a shot pass. A lot of good heads-up plays here.
Buffalo control in the Penguins' end. We've gotten a couple bounces and a couple flip shots here to have this 2-1 lead. A centering feed comes through. Evans will pick it up. Darts one way, banks it off the boards, out to the blue line, no further. Controlled by Drew, and Evans' pressure will free it up for Reel. It's just past his stick. Off of Evans' stick. Swiped that by Starzy. Controlled by Buchholz and sent to the Penguin blue line, blocked by Evans. It'll be banked off the boards by Star. Sent right back into the mess by a Sabre. Picked up by Star, and he'll pull it off the wall. A bounce pass for Reel, and the Pens are offsides. Penguins got to pay attention to that. We'll get a line change here. 13:24 to play second period. Sabres lead 2-1. And in the land of rotating lines, it'll be Paris, Sproul, and Armstrong. Face-off won by Paris, but tapped forward by Lonsniak. It'll be Villela to Sproul to Paris. Paris into the zone. A nice little 5-foot tap pass there. The reversal picked off by Lonsniak. As he crisscrosses at center, he'll drive one in on the goaltender, Hanner.
He'll handle that. That's a Jason Julius practice shot. Julius blasts some pucks in on these goalies from long range in practice.
Have you ever seen the forearms on him?
The guy's
from Yankin' Teeth?
The guy's absolutely built like Shrek, if you've ever seen that movie.
He's very Shrek-esque.
Of course, an ex-football player.
Onions have layers too.
Great line.
Everybody loves Parfait. It'll be Merlot at his own end. Up for Paris. Paris weaving through. Can he get through two? He will try. Murphy. He got through Murphy and got a shot off that's fought off. What were we saying the last name was?
Delisle.
Delisle.
I think we're going with that. If anyone wants to chime in on the chat, let us know.
D-to-D play by the Pens, fed over by Julius to a changing Armstrong. Pressure by Sproul forces the play further into the Sabre zone where they'll play catch with the defense. Nightingale rims it around. Cutting in front of King was Shub. Biliagi with the puck pressure. Stopping and starting behind the net. Banked off the boards. It'll be Merlot getting there. Merlot tries to keep things in and cannot do so. Back out the center where it'll be Shub twisting with it up to Carter. Cleared by Buffalo. Now Julius will pick things up at his own blue line. Spinning it back right in front of the Sabres bench as they're changing. Sabres doing a good job not getting too many men there. As Hart will carry it into the Penguins' end. Weaving, firing, pad save by the Hanner.
Good play there by Hart. Quick feed, jumped up, and a quick shot.
Dumped in by the Pens, chased down by Shub. Picked off by Filiaggi, twisting at the blue line. It's knocked off of his stick back to Starr. Starr tries to go D-to-D. Picked off by Wilford. He's in, firing, kicked out by Hanner, picked up by Carter. Banked off the boards for Shub. Shub and Filiaggi now into the zone on an onside play. He's got him driving. He'll shoot. The Shuby shot from the outside. Fought off by the chest protector. Now Evans is on the ice. He'll cut down the wall, banking it off of the referee.
Oh, baby.
And Wilford is gone at center. Penguins did not pick up the wing on the other side, and he'll bury a puck.
That was a great read by Buffalo in their own end, a quick turnover. And it was gone the other way, and Wilford made no mistake. You can see as he corralled it with one hand, just oozing confidence as he rolled in all alone and beats Hanner in that little money spot just over the pad under the blocker. 3-1 Buffalo.
Evans tried to get it deep there and it got picked off by the skate of the referee. Now it's passed off to and the Sabres are back in business. Nightingale cut off by Merlot as it's rimmed around behind. Picked up behind the net by LaDuca, pressured by a pair of Penguins. It'll come out to Reel. Reel leaves it for Ofterhide. Ofterhide loses control, gains it back. He's got Evans up the left. Can Evans get free? He's got Wu with him. He'll wind, he'll fire, glove hand side. And Delisle says no.
That looked easy. And Delisle's in a zone right now. Under control. Snapped that thing out of the air. Looked like Carey Price.
As Evans was looking for that spot right above the pads, Delisle's able to get the glove to that position. That's a tough save for a netminder there. It'll be controlled by the Penguins. Merlot, they'll say an offside play at the blue line. So we'll reset outside of the Sabres zone. Wu to take the faceoff. Wins it back. It'll be Ofterhide. Ofterhide to the right side, banking it over for Reel. He can't get control, so back come the Sabres. Merlot will pick it off. He plays it across. It'll be Evans with speed into the zone. Tapped off of his stick. Wu, beaver tailing his stick on the ice. Perhaps he's unhappy with Evans as it comes back to Merlot. Now to Ofterhide. Ofterhide twisting and spinning. He'll dump it in, missing the stick of Evans to the area behind the net where it's cleared around to Abate. Abate will reverse again. Evans in on the pressure. Evans knocked down on the play by King. Wu follows on. He's crunched by Zambito. There's Reel. Reel. Wu dig at it. Puck comes free to Reel. He'll peel off the wall, shooting one, blockered away.
What a save there.
Great
Most
reaction.
goalies go right down in that situation. Put it exactly where you got to put it.
She read it right off the stick.
Beautiful save.
Kept in by Ofterhut. He weaves it to the left-hand corner, banking it off the boards. He's tripped up. Pens will have a power play as the Sabres touch the puck. So another penalty drawn here, this one by Ofterhut. And the Pens will deploy their power play unit. It'll be Armstrong, Paris, Sproul, Starr, and Julius. Trailing by a pair, 9:02 to play here, second period. Paris will lean over the dot. To Starr. Starr to Julius. Julius down the boards. He'll dump it in behind the Sabres net. Penguins will try to get control there. It's waved around by Buffalo to Sproul. He leaves it through to Starr. Starr to Paris. Back to Starr. Back for Paris. Paris taps it past the defender. Unable to attack that attack area as he weaves up top. Now he fires one. Paddled out by Delisle. Along the board is Julius as the Penguins outnumber the Sabres 3-2. Armstrong and Paris in support of Julius, who's pinned along the boards. Now Julius escapes. Paris had it for a second, but now it's the Sabres. It's Wilford. He had the most recent goal on a break. This time he's around Starr in on the offensive zone to be kicked aside by Hanner. What mitts on that young man? Penguins carry it back through center. It's Armstrong leaving it for Paris. Doing splitsies is Sproul as Paris weaves through, shoots one. It's stopped and held in the breadbasket. 22 seconds left on this minute and a half power play. The Pens will get a line change. It'll be Filiaggi, Schub, and Carter.
Pens need some life here, this PK. 22 seconds on the power play.
The Sir Pizza power play.
Oh, right here.
As it's Carter to Schub. Schub shot up high, fought off by Delisle. Back to the point for Villela. Villela will put it in the corner, but Carter vacated that corner. Battle along the wall. It'll be Filiaggi supported by Carter and Villela. Back to the point area for Carter. Knocked down on the play as Filiaggi advances it all the way to the corner. He's bodied, but following on Schub. Wrapping it back for Carter. As the Penguins forwards get control, the penalty is expired. Shot from the outside by Carter. Tapped forward, fought off well by King and brought back out the center by LaDuca. Filiaggi to Carter, and they'll be offside. One ref said onside, the other said offside, and I think the correct call was the offside call. Faceoff will come outside of the Sabres zone with 7:09 to play. Faceoff won cleanly by Wu, but splits the defense. A breakout pass by Merlot's picked off right in front. Wilford, he'll shoot again. Blockered away by Hanner. It'll be Reel off the boards. Now Evans. Evans up the center, up the stick of Wu to Reel. They're 2-on-1. Reel into the zone. Wu opens up, and he's there to tap in the rebound. Shot off the helmet. Breakout pass. Evans to Reel. Reel weaves into the offensive zone, fires it off the helmet, and Wu there to pick it up on the back side. And the Penguins have tied this game, have closed the gap to 1. Oh, baby, biscuits and gravy. We got a 1-goal game.
Big save by Hanner at the other end. Wilford again. Another great opportunity, shuts the door, and it goes the other way. And two big boys, Reel and Wu, go to work. And that's lovely, Just a little rebound and falls right on your tape like that. Wu made no mistake.
Merlot with the puck over to Julius. Julius in the middle, one-timer by Evans just wide. Sneaky little feed there by Julius. Evans on the pressure of Buchholz. Back behind for Hart. Evans still on the forecheck. Rimmed back around. He'll switch with Reel. Reel gets a stick on it. It's kept in by Wu. He goes all the way around behind. Evans will track it to the opposite corner. Murphy able to use body position to get control, but right there is Reel in support. Now Wu, Reel and Wu, dig it off the wall, firing it towards the net. It's paddled to the side. Hart up ice, looking for Wilford again. I don't know if he's been in the defensive zone, but he's been impactful in the offensive zone. As they try to spring him free, it's loose by Hanner, tapped at, and it's underneath the Penguin goaltender.
Yeah, Wilford dangerous, getting in behind. Again, this is probably the fourth time in this game, but real dangerous in the O-zone and creating plays and making things happen. And I think Hanner made that save backwards. It ended up in underneath him somehow in that net mouth scramble.
As a goalie, Dad, I can tell you backward saves, they spend absolutely zero time practicing them.
That's not part of the technique.
But it works. It works.
You keep that puck out of your net no matter what it takes.
Face-off won by the Penn Star, looking for the wing. Nobody home on that side as it'll be shot in on net by the Sabres. Star will get back to the puck. He's got to reverse this time. He'll try for Armstrong. It's just past his reach, but he waves at it. Can't quite get it out. Pops right back in front to be defended by Star a third time. Star with it again. This time he'll carry it out the center. All the way to the offensive zone. Outside to inside. Knocked down on the play. I see an arm in the air. Oh, no, that's Bobby Star. Never mind. I thought that was the official's arm in the air. As it'll be wedged towards the net and cleared by the Sabres. Aufderheide with the puck. Up to Sproul on the left side. He'll gain the offensive zone. Looking. Tries to dipsy doodle. He'll toss it in front off the stick of Paris. Wraparound attempt by Sproul. Fought off by Delisle. Cleared by the Sabres to the corner. It'll be Paris to the puck. Knocked down behind and laying on the ice is Sproul. I hope he's okay. Aufderheide picks it up. He finds Merlot. A shot in front. Blocked by a Sabre defenseman. Back comes Mantio. Through center for a dump and change. Controlled behind, it is Hanner. Off the stick of a Sabre forechecker, so no, it shouldn't be. It is icing. The other referee waved it off. Good call. Good call there. These referees have been pretty good today. As Filiaggi unable to pop it past, it'll be Lonsniak out through center. Defended by Julius to the half wall. Battling there. The Sabres lean on the Pens. Vukovic comes away with it back to King. King will wind, fire. Blocked by Carter. Tapped at by Shub. Can't clear. It'll come to the stick of Julius. He'll wedge it up the wall. Lonsniak keeps it in, but no sooner does Shuby cut it out the center. Filiaggi chasing things down all the way to the Sabre corner. King there, defending Filiaggi, who dumps it behind the net. Activating Carter on the forecheck. Shuby on the back check, able to break up the Sabre advance, so they'll dump it and chase. Reversing his Star, back around for Julius, who wedges it up the wall into some traffic along the boards. Back to the point, but kept by Hart. Waved up by Filiaggi, can't clear. Lonsniak off the boards. Back pressure by Carter. Puck is kind of rolling around. Sabres have taken advantage of that a couple times. This time it'll be Carter getting it control and clear. Back to the Sabre end, where it's picked up by Murphy. Murphy looks up off the stick of Filiaggi. Almost had Evans. Evans will keep on the pressure. Now Reel. Reel now Evans. Evans swipes it from Buchholz. Evans, can he get free? Hart with the pressure. Evans can't wedge his way through, so he'll take it to the corner instead. Working for every inch as it goes back to Wu. Now Aufderheide. Aufderheide has Villela. He'll find him. Villela will set things up left wing. Now to Ofti. Ofti fans on a pass. He'll still get control. Over to Reel. Penalty coming here on the Sabres, and the Pens will head back to the Sir Pizza power play. A cross-checking call coming on Buffalo. As we welcome all of you here to Cinnamon Swirl TV. Remember, if you hear my voice right now, whether it's live or on replay, click the subscribe button for us. We appreciate it. 677 of you out there in Swirly Nation as our numbers just climb. Power play here. It'll be Aufderheide, Star, Reel, Evans, Wu. Star trying for Evans, cut off by a Sabre. Back to Star. He'll wedge it free. And out come the Sabres. It's Vukovic. Dumping it deep into the Penguin end. Set up by Hanner, picked up by Aufderheide. Aufderheide, 3-2 game. He finds Reel. Reel up to Evans. Evans slashing across, cutting to the middle, carry back out to the outside. Switches with Wu. Stops, pulls up, under pressure from King, back to the point. It'll be Starr over to Ofterheide. Ofterheide shot, looking for Wu. He finds Evans, and he directs it right in, and what a save! Holy cow. A beautiful passing play there, and Evans put it right on net, but Delisle, again, equal to the task.
So calm in there is Delisle. It's very impressive. Saves, the movement, under control. Seen some great goaltending this year. Delisle looks really good.
And she has in every single instance. And my guess is she's even coming off a week where she probably stayed up late to watch the U.S. and Canada duke it out in the women's gold medal game.
And that's as far as we'll go in that conversation.
As Canada bested them 3-2. Every single time, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. Every game between the two squads is 3-2. This time Canada coming away with gold, U.S. with the silver. Unfortunately for the men, neither of those teams will be involved in the medals. As Rio gets it at the point, feeds it down to Ofterheide. He's under pressure from a pair of Sabres who clear it down for an icing.
A little bit more anticipation as a group to get to pucks a little quicker and support each other on the power play. Yes, you got an extra guy out there, but you've got to get closer, you've got to support, you've got to get pucks, and then set up from there.
Nancy Wu rocking the Beastie Boys. It'll be Sproul with a shot from outside that eludes the net. Out of the box comes Wilford. As they try to spring him free, Julius will get back to defend. Sproul will work it up the wall further. He can't maintain control, so the Sabres are back on the puck. Nightingale pickpocketed by Sproul, 2-on-2. He's got Paris in the high slot, making it a 3-on-3, wedged by Paris, controlled by Hart, and cleared by Buffalo. To the Penguins' end comes Wilford. Fresh out of the box, pressured by Julius, now Paris. His centering pass skips the whole way through. Another centering feed, looking for Lonsniak, comes through to Hart. Hart shot, stopped and covered by Hanner.
Nice save by Hanner there, moving across to corral that puck. Blocks it down and smothers it right away. Very smooth and nice power play. Nothing able to get done here, Jeremy. Stays 3-2, 21 seconds left on the clock here. Penguins will look to try to get the puck out of their zone.
Paris gets control. He's pickpocketed from behind. Zambito rims it back. It'll be Ofterheide picking it up. He eludes a forechecker. Carries out the center. It's off the skate of Paris. Picked up by Villela. Villela up for Armstrong. Weaving in. Onside. Shot comes in. Blocked. And we're going to head to the second intermission here. we're back to action here, third period, as Evans takes the body, frees the puck up. He looks for, I guess that's what they're doing. They're going to rotate centers here. As Paris is now with Evans and Reel. It'll be Evans picking it up, high slot, firing one up and over the blocker hand side. Wrapped around, controlled by Lonsniak. He's looking for Wilford, who again is trying to get up ice. It'll be an icing. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Penguins, so it'll be Wu between Sproul and Carter for the third period. As it's one back to Julius, to the corner for Carter. Rimmed around and cleared by Buffalo. All the way through the Penguins' end, it'll be no icing apparently, as it's picked up by Starr. It'll be Mila Armstrong on the forecheck. Oh no, Mila Armstrong on the microphone. How you doing, Mila?
Good.
Awesome. So we have color commentator, still an Armstrong. This time it's Mila Armstrong. As it's off of Wu to Carter. Carter weaving to the middle. Shoot one, looking 5-hole. Swiped away. Starr gets control. Over to the boards for Shuby. Shuby fires one in, glove down. Mila, what'd you see on that play? A lot of hockey, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah? If you had to make up a hockey cheer, have you ever made up a hockey cheer?
No.
No, that's your homework. Can you make up a hockey cheer for us?
No.
Like a big old Let's Go Pens? So I hear there's a potential Slippery Rock, also known as the Slimy Pebble cheer competition this weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what team are you competing for? Fire and Ice?
Yeah.
Fire and Ice. Very nice. Very nice. Here, the Penguins were going to get a penalty as Mancione broke up ice. He got around Ofterhide. Ofterhide with a whack. 1-2. Disrupts it, but Mancione able to finish at the side of Hanner and make it 4-2 Sabres. So no penalty. And a minute and 31 seconds into the third period.
Are we going to have an announcement? I don't know. Eskin, the referee, discussions.
And we're going to get a puck drop and it's one back to
I was
Villela.
wondering if there was going to be a challenge there, you know.
Well, there is a big announcement. We'll wait for a moment until the next whistle, but a big announcement coming as Evans drives the corner, tries to center for Reel, knocked away. Villela over for Starr. It'll be an offside play. There's that whistle. Big announcement coming here as follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for a link to the new Cinnamon Swirl store for all your Cinnamon Swirl merch.
Holy, are you?
Yes, merch.
I mean, it doesn't get bigger than that.
Cinnamon Swirl merchandise coming your way. The store is set up and ready to go. We'll be tweeting it. We'll put it in the group chat here on Cinnamon Swirl. We'll send it to you on Facebook. We'll send it to you on Twitter. Log on. We also have for you a coupon code. The coupon code USA15. USA15 will save you 15% on an order of $99 or more at the Cinnamon Swirl store. As a puck comes in on Hanner, he's able to cover things up. No goal. The whistle blew. So no goal. As the Sabres are whacking away in front of the Penguin net.
I mean, if this keeps up, we're going to have to remove the discount code for anyone from Buffalo.
Isn't that accurate?
City Swirl logos all over the place. We're just getting started. Stay tuned.
So the merch store ready to roll.
Get yourself a winter hat.
And
hoodies. I don't know. What do we got on there?
We're going to have winter hats. We're going to have regular hats. We're going to have T-shirts, sweatshirts, pullovers, quarter zips, sweatpants, shorts. You name it, we got it. We even have stadium seats with the Cine logo on the back.
We are.
When we don't have the beautiful seating.
Unbelievable.
So, that link will be put up as the Cinnamon Swirl store is ready to roll. So again, remember, coupon code USA50. The great thing is when you go on there, you'll see it at the top of the screen.
Yeah, and support the greatest youth hockey broadcasting team in the world, really, in the world. And it's cool, too. Unbelievably beautiful logo, great marketing. Play by Wu. Oh, and he just misses. Great opportunity from Carter to Wu. Wu's just a machine.
Pressure coming from Shub. Well, apparently the Penguins are changing lines again, as now we have Wu, Carter, Shub. Okay, we'll just call it like it is. So
Next man up.
whoever's on the ice, we'll talk about. Oh, decked in front by Buchholz is Wu, brought back out. Come the Sabres through center. It's a potential 3-on-2. Shuby on the back check to make it a 3-on-3 as it's off the stick in behind the net. Battled for by Merlot, swiped that and brought out by the Pens, but it'll be Julius in the corner. He tries to go off the wall looking for Carter. A shot from Buchholz at the point. Banked around, it'll be Buchholz keeping it in along the wall.
James seems to have lost a little bit of energy, it feels to me.
It's Nightingale trying to feed it back to the point as the Sabres are just
Either that or happy hours wore off.
controlling the play.
Could be the happy hour wore off, Jeremy.
Or it could be the 4-2 score. As Abate tries to sweep into the zone, it'll be picked off by Shub. He sends it all the way up for Filiaggi. No icing.
Yes.
They waved it off. They called it. They can't decide. They couldn't decide on that one. The lead referee, I thought, waved it off. The back referee blows the whistle for the ice.
Give him credit. Miller hustled right in there to make sure it was across the line. Was right on top of that call for the icing.
It'll be Filiaggi with Sproul and Armstrong. Villela and Ofterheim. Face-off. Great activation by the Pens wings of Armstrong to get control and carry it all the way out to center. A lot of times face-offs are won by the other players, not the center. There's an example of it. As it's rimmed around, kept at the point by Ofterheim. Popped back out the center by the Sabres. It'll be Ofterheim gathering it in. He goes over for Filiaggi. Filiaggi unable to get control. Wedges it forward. It'll come free to Sproul. He'll gain the zone. Onside play. Into the middle where he loses possession. Spun back out the center and just past the reach of Zambito. And up for Villela. A feed for Filiaggi. He was crossing over, but he didn't see it coming, so it'll be an icing on the Penguins. Penguins will get a line change here. And a D-zone draw.
I think this will be a tough game for these kids, right? I imagine Buffalo, half day of school, drive up for this. And our kids in school all day and get ready. They don't usually do that, eh? Like, this is very rare.
Rare Friday night lights here.
Full week of school and practices, and then a full brain tap out at school. You got to come and play a game, and got to be a different change for them here on a Friday night.
But both teams have to do it. So
they do.
One of them's doing it 2 goals better than the other one right now. It'll be Starr in the corner. Battled for by Paris. He'll get control and carry it out the center. It's up for Real. Real tries to split the defense. Not going to happen. It'll be picked up by Hart.
He can skate.
Evans with the pressure, but they're able to rim it around to Wilford. Wilford goes cross ice for Vuklik. Back to Wilford. Evans right there to defend. Spins it back out the center. It's Merlot picking it up. Into the offensive zone, feeding it cross ice for Real. Eludes him. To the corner for a dump and a reversal by Wozniak to Hart.
I'd like to see Merlot take off with it a little
Hart
bit more.
to Wilford. Wilford finds Evans. Evans will shovel a backhander in. Real cutting in front.
You know, Merlot jumps up. Good skater, strong. Just see him take it maybe a little more, a little further. a little more offensive instinct as he's looking to move it and headman it to forwards. Of course, it's a job of a defender, puck-moving defender in Merlot, but I'd love to see him a little more confidence offensively getting up there.
It'll be Merlot with the puck. He'll rim it around behind for the stick of Carter. Carter's centering pass off their hide. His shot eaten out front by Druin. Cleared by Buchholz and out the center. Good scoring chance there for the Penguins. Turned aside by the Sabre defense that time. The breakout pass eludes Schub. He'll continue with it over to Carter. His shot off the goaltender. The Lyle coming up big yet again. She's a story every time we play them. Back to the point for Merlot, rimmed around behind. Opposite corner, it'll be Ofterhide on the pinch. Trying for Wu. Wedge free, Ofterhide there, it's on the post and it's in! He goes post to the back of the goalie, and it's in the back of the net. Rylan Ofterhide gathering the puck in, and he's able to bank it from the post to the back of the goalie's pad into the net, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a spicy meatball.
Just like that, it's a one-goal game as Ofterhide active down the strong side of the wall to keep a play alive, but doesn't just vacate. He stays in there and on it and jumps on a loose puck, and then good hands. Pounce on his own little poke right there by the defender and corral it and make a play in and around the net. A little luck with the bounce, but nonetheless an awesome play. Good hands to corral that in tight spaces.
Dude, that kid has mitts.
Does.
Mostly because of his mom. It'll be dumped to the opposite side, pressured by Armstrong. Dad, not much of an athlete on the Ofterhide family. No, I jest.
He's a heck of a financial advisor.
A good golfer and financial. Oh, and they're going to call a penalty on Starr there. A hook for the back pressure.
I don't know if that was a hook other than just a bigger kid kind of swallowed him up on the speed.
Hopefully Mannion's okay as he gets up limping.
Yeah, he is limping.
He definitely went in hard.
Yeah, it's just that reach, and you reach in and reach around a guy with the stick, and he's in a little bit of pain. I think he got crumpled with his knee there, it looked like. Being tended to on the bench as Buffalo now to the power play here in a one-goal game.
We banked off the boards by Julius, gathered in by the Sabres, though. A centering feed eludes Lonsniak as he crashes the net.
Lonsniak's like 6'9".
Yes, he is a big, big boy. We're going to start to see more of that here as the boys mature. The big differences in size. When you watch the 09s, as Paris finds Real finds Paris. Brady Paris is in onside.
Oh, baby.
And he's popping bottles, baby.
Short-handed.
A short-handy by Brady Paris. The twinkling lights of the Eiffel Tower are glowing black and gold right now for your Pittsburgh Penguins elite as Brady Paris is tied the game with a short-handed goal.
Beautiful play out of the zone. Real and Paris, a little tic-tac-toe. And then it's all legs and determination as we saw Paris just galloping down the stretch.
As it's fed right back in front by the Sabres, and Vukulik fires one wide to the cage. Picked up by Wilford. Paris pressures, now Real. Played back to Murphy at the point. Sabres still in a power play for 45 more seconds. Back to center for Wilford. It's swiped away by Real. He's loose. He'll get whacked on the arm. No call that time, as he took an absolute swing against the left arm there. Sent in off Hanner. Valella will get there. Spun out the center by Paris, controlled by the Sabres. They'll come in off sides. Vukulik, as Wilford had yet to clear the zone.
What an opportunity. There's definitely a stick on little slash as he was about to shoot. And disturbed him just enough, unable to elevate the puck.
I'm surprised with the fact that the last break by the Penguins, but 2 breaks by the Sabres where the Penguins got back pressure, they called penalties both times. And this time, letting it play on as the Penguins have battled back to tie the game at 4. It'll be Evans now into the offensive zone. He's got Wu with him as he fires one wide to the cage. Penalty over to Starr. Pressured by Evans. Turned over to Alfred, who's decked at center ice. No call again as it's picked up by LaDuca. Alfred will get to a bouncing puck. Eludes everybody. Will be Evans coming to it. He'll look backside. And maybe the play of the day. Gas up the Mustang, baby. We're going riding. Evans hits the real deal. Jack Reel with a backdoor tap-a-roo, and the Penguins lead 5-4.
I didn't know if Evans was going to see Reel as he just snuck into that play, and I said 2 at the last second, and of course Evans did realize that. And Delisle had no chance on that. Usually she does, and she'll make an unbelievable save, but just too much, too good of a decision. And just like that, this game has tilted. Energy is all over the place.
You said energy had gone away for the game. Well, Mr. Armstrong, we have found that energy. Like Nikola Tesla, able to just make energy out of nothing as Shuby flips it into the Sabre zone. Penguins in on the pressure. It'll be Carter spinning off the wall with it. He's swiped away from him and carried back out the center by the Sabres. Braun. It'll be an offside play on the boys in white.
And we're going to have a sprint. 4:43 left in the third. 5-4 Pens as they battle back into this game.
Hey, the unselfish play here on a couple of these plays has been the difference.
Great playmaking. Short-handed goal by Paris with real tic-tac-toe out of the zone.
And Real rewarded immediately after by getting a pass of his own. That's what happens when you play as a unit. Puck tied up around the Sabre line. We'll have an offside call.
Pens are swirling right there, looking for turnovers, almost in alone. Sproul a couple times. Filiaggi made a swipe through, unable to corral it. All those bodies around the blue line, offside.
Face off, controlled by the Sabres into the zone. Swiped away by Merlot. Spun back to the line by Armstrong, can't clear. Vukalik follows on, he'll dump it around behind for Wilford. Welcome everybody in Swirly Nation as you join us here from the Lemieux Center. 5-4 Penguins lead as they've come storming back in the third period, down 4-2. Vukalik shot, fought off by Hanner. Banked off the boards by Merlot, gathered in by Filiaggi. It'll be swiped away from him by Lonsdale. Right up the middle, Cruz Armstrong taps at it, can't get it past King. But Filiaggi will get control, bank it off the boards. Skating into it is Sproul, whose shot screams wide to the glove hand side. Wozniak picks it up, carries it in front of his own cage. And out the center he comes, back checking Filiaggi as he'll wind fire. Starr takes it stick to face and doesn't flinch. As it's centered, waving at it, Vukalik in front, cleared by the Pens, kicked up by Evans, picked up by Villela. Villela to Evans. Evans carrying it up the center. He's got Real with him.
4.
He's got a trailer in 90. Villela, a shot on the backhand, tapped that by Real just wide. Cleared up the Buckholz and out the center come the Sabres. Poked that by Evans.
Here he goes.
He'll get control. He'll tap it to Real. Real cuts to the middle, loses possession. Parrish tries to follow on, but spinning out of there is LaDuca. Up the wing to Buckholz. He tries a toe drag. Tapped out by Evans, swiped away by Julius, who will join the rush with Real. Evans heads to the bench, needing a break as the feverish action here. 2:35 to play, third period. It's Carter to the corner to pressure the puck. Brought out, but not all the way out as Real picks it off. He'll spin it back to the corner, right to Buckholz. Pressured by Carter. Can he keep it in? He will. He'll find the Sabres area behind the net. We picked up there by Hart. He rims it around, looking for LaDuca. LaDuca out to center, back an opposite side feed for Buckholz, who will
Here we
dump
go.
and
Here we
change.
go.
Merlot gets control of Penguins with numbers. As they fly up ice, it's Wu. Like a train through center, cutting to the middle, knocked down on the play. Nothing called as he's sent hurling to the ice. He's injured on the play, let's hope. And now Villela gets a shove from Lonsniak as Austin Wu was sent crashing to the ice. Minute 55 to play, third period. Feverish action here.
Austin fell on his tailbone there. Seems to be okay. He wanted one more move as he got inside the hash marks there. One more toe drag.
And you also see a little bit of sportsmanship there at center ice just a moment ago. Lonsniak and Villela got into it at the blue line. And both kids realized, like, hey, we're all out here working our tails off. Nice work out there, bud. Giving each other some taps.
Yeah.
Armstrong, Sproul, Filiaggi, Villela, and Ofterhide, the 5 flightless birds. Face off one back to Villela. Tried to wedge it forward, can't. Filiaggi will reverse it to Ofterhide, up to Armstrong. Armstrong into the offensive zone. He'll look, he'll fire. Looking pass off pads as it's paddled up into the protective netting around the rink. Protective netting here to keep yours truly safe up here in the oven so that no pucks fly up here and disrupt the broadcast and break our cameras. It'll be Filiaggi to the dot. Face-off swipe back by Vuklik. Controlled by Hart, rimmed around for Wilford. An odd bounce just by the Kent State sign will be picked up by Wilford. He'll carry it all the way in front of his own net and try for Lonsniak. He'll gain the red line and dump it in. From the backside, pressure comes Vuklik. Right in on Villela. Villela loses control. Vuklik will get control. Tap backside, right out in front. Wilford, there's Hanner. Puck is loose. 700 people are down in front. Let the bodies hit the floor. And we have a penalty.
On
a
who?
Cross check. All the things not called, and they're going to call this in front. Sproul headed to the sin bin for a cross check. So the Sabres are going to head to a power play here.
Sproul will get the penalty, but I think it could have been anybody in this situation. It was just a scramble, and you know what? These are the penalties in that situation maybe you take.
Those are the penalties you take. You just, they've seemed to have swallowed the whistle in the last 5 minutes, which I'm fine with, but they coughed it up with a minute 13 to play, and the Sabres are going to head to the power play.
Yeah, and everyone in there trying to defend the goal there, trying to defend Buffalo as you had 8 guys in the blue paint. And
my guess is we're going to see a 6-on-4 power play here.
Oh, absolutely. Minute 13 on the clock. 1-goal game. Turned into a pretty darn good game here. Friday Night Lights. The Lemieux Complex.
So we have a timeout here. We'll reset this one. Do we have looks like we have all the goals listed here. Maybe not all the numbers. We'll go through the Penguin goals. Real, Wu, Ofterhide, Paris, and Real. Real and Evans picking up assists so far. I think Evans with a pair. I think Filiaggi had an assist on the original Real goal. As it'll be controlled by the Sabres. Empty net at their end. Real and Paris, the penalty killers, with Julius and Starr in front. Rimming around behind is Wilford. He'll go back to the point. Picked up by Hart. Hart will go back to Wilford. He'll peel off the wall. Real gets a stick on it. Not enough. Murphy with a shot. Deflects wide to the cage. Possessed by Starr right out in front. And tapped in by Wilford. So the Sproul penalty will cost the Penguins, and with 47.4 to play, we've got a 5-5 game.
And they tried that same play on the penalty. Just a little bunt out from behind the net.
Penguins need to find sticks in front of the cage.
Getting free in front as they try to crash down and block those pucks from coming out front, leaving players open in front. Anner trying to find it. Looked like he got a piece of it, Jeremy. It like went off his glove maybe and just kind of trickled in through him. And fine line.
The Sabres win the draws. The Penguins have put Filiaggi back between Evans and Reel. Evans will swipe at it. Back to the point, deflected by the Sabres, kicked out by Anner. It'll be Merlot now. He tries to find the wing, no wing over there. Reel stretching on the play. It'll be Filiaggi now. He'll get it to Evans. Evans has Reel, he'll find him.
He's got him back.
Can Reel beat Hart? He will inside, and it's stopped by the Lyle. Off to the corner it goes.
Wilford poaching out to the red line as draws attention as the Penguins now.
Reel cross-check behind the net. Rimmed around. Can it be kept by Merlot? It will. Dump back to the corner. His time will expire. And guess what, Colby? Guess what? We're gonna lace it up and do it again tomorrow morning at 11:10.
So
these same two teams.
Tune in for that too. It'll be interesting. Not sure how we're gonna set up in there. This Hunt Armory has been refurbished. Of course, an old historic military building. Now the home.
Once an armory.
Once an armory. Now home to a hockey rink with makeshift dressing rooms, the whole bit. They don't have anything set up in there. It'll be really interesting.
It should be fun. It should be fun.
It's a really cool building. I hope cameraman, old the fine wines old man, if you talk about a wine that gets better in age, there it is right there. If he could get some pans of this rink for the viewers tomorrow to see what it looks like. But obviously lots of action here. What's going on here today as we probably close out this broadcast? It looks like there's a tournament, tons of games.
Jersey Rockets are here scouting as they play both of these teams later this week.
Busy, bustling rink here.
Penguins will have a pair of games against them, and they'll finish this one off. A 5-5 tie here, and we'll lace them back up. We're going to do it tomorrow from the Hunt Armory. Yes, cameraman Chris Merlot, producer Nick Paris, color commentator Colby Armstrong, and the voice play-by-play by Jeremy Evans. Thank you all so much for joining us, Cinnamon Swirl TV. Make sure you subscribe below and look for those links to the Cinnamon Swirl merchandise store. We'll see you tomorrow.